appears you're calling back into a live show. We are reconnecting you now. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, this is Tracey Brown coming to you today to do your revelations on from the Bible. I do want you guys to understand that I am using the NKJV Bible. I think that's like the New Version Bible, right? New King James Version Bible is what I'm using. Let me just see something. I apologize. Sometimes it gets a little confusing to me which place I could be talking to you from. All right, so I am using the New King James Version Bible. It does dumb it down, the New King James Version, and I say that, you know, it sounds a little disrespectful, but I don't really think it's that disrespectful, but, you know, maybe it could be, but it does dumb it down, makes it more clearer, a lot of things, not enough. I needed it maybe a few degrees dumbed down even more. Last week was my first week back from reading Revelations. I believe I left off on chapter 8, so we started with chapter 8. And I say we because Melissa Burton from the Melissa Burton Show came to join me last week. And it was so much fun to have Melissa be a part of the dialogue. So we started with chapter 8, just so you guys can possibly follow me on any version. And by the way, you know, you can pull up the version in your Bible. Don't drive yourself crazy. And we started with chapter 8. I feel a little hot right now. Or chapter 9, 5th trumpet, the locust from the bottomless pit. I do want you guys to know that I am looking at Revelations and getting visions as I look at Revelations. There's nothing that I'm trying to impress upon you, trying to be perfect. That's not it at all. I just think that if we don't read it, do we ever know? Right? Right? Sometimes you can't fear things. Sometimes you've got to bungee jump, you know, because it's the one thing that you said you would never do, right? Sometimes you just got to do it. And I just feel like theologians and pastors don't invest enough in Revelations. It's scary. I get it. But my God, if the theologians and the pastors are scared of it, then why is it in the Bible? Because it's there for a reason. I don't think it was meant to be ignored. I think it was meant to read. I think it was meant to decipher. And I think that if we had taken years and years of the time that we had to study Revelations, we would have a much nicer world. If you really thought that something like this could happen, we would have a much nicer world. But when you ignore something, right, and you ignore it, and you ignore it, and you ignore it, our personalities develop in a way where it's not so kind. Or we pretend to be kind with this group, but not with this group, right? And that's not, I think that's not what God wanted. I think Revelation is in the Bible to be read, to be understood. Because somehow or another, right, we wound up with a mass lockdown, right? And is this Revelations? I know it sounds a little crazy. Like, I'm not trying to fearmonger, but you know what? I don't even care if I fearmonger anymore. I don't need to fearmonger you. I'm scared of COVID. You should be scared of COVID. And then Omicron is like the monster of all monsters and very sneaky, by the way. I don't trust Omicron. I don't trust Omicron. Omicron's just a cold, just a cold. It's not what we thought. It's not attacking their lungs like we thought. It's just a cold. I don't trust Omicron. I think Omicron is going to have a powerful punch on the back end. Fear-mongering. All right, there you go. I did it again. In any case, I just want you to understand that, oh, good. I just want you to understand that I believe that if we don't look at something, don't dissect it, how will we ever know how to be better? I remember years ago, I was having such problems with my son, and one of my best friends said, "Tracey, read Job," and I thought that was so dumb. I didn't read Job. And then time went by, and things cleared up with my son, and then they got bad again. And she said, "Tracey, read Job," and I thought, oh, she's so silly. You know, she's so religious. She's so silly. I'm not reading Job, right? Because Job was to be feared, I thought, right? Third time's a charm. Son acts up again. And she was very consistent, which I love. And she said, "Tracey, read Job." And so I did. And it turns out Job wasn't scary at all. It was mortifying. It was gut-wrenching. But what I learned from Job was we can't always get and have what we want in the way we want it inside our heads. And that includes our children, that includes our spouses, that includes our parents, right? But with patience and dedication, you can always get back the thing that you wanted, not the way you perceive it. And that was the hardest lesson. And with that being said, I remember understanding that I needed to release my son. I needed to be okay with where he was at in his life. And if he was meant to come back, guess what? He'll figure it out. And so with that, I learned to dedicate my life to my psychic readings. And ironically, the whole world calls me Auntie or Mama. So weird what you give up to get. You don't even know what you're getting to only have your son return, right? And that's why I'm trusting certain parts in the Bible that are gut-wrenching, hard to understand, hard to hear, because it's in the Bible for a reason. It's in there for a reason. So let's look at what they put in, what they left in. Because, by the way, they could have taken out Revelations. They took out Mary Magdalene. They took out Enoch. Why leave Revelations in? Because it was important to understand that Revelations is a component that was always going to come alive. It was always going to be here. Was it going to be here, the day after Christ died? Or was it going to be here in 2020? But they knew it would occur. and yet nobody reads it. So I'm going to encourage you all. You know, I'm reading it slowly. I really don't care the pace. You know, it took us 2,000 years to get to COVID. You know, I'm going to read it very slowly, and I really hope this helps you too. So let's invest together. Let's have some fun. Let's invest together. Together. But before we do that, we have to bring Melissa on. Let me see if I can find her. Hand up. Yes. Do I press the hand? I understand that. No. Good health and good morning, Melissa.
Good health. How are you, Tracy?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I think I'm doing good. You know what? I got up and I said, let me make sure I walk the door, go and make sure I get honey in them, their coffee and everything. Because you know, when you just do, you know, you give them their water, their liquor, you realize how bright your altar looks.
Yes.
When you just put some care.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Too, dusting helps too.
What helps?
When you just dusting away.
Yes. Don't you love taking care of your altar, Melissa?
I do love taking care of my altar. And, you know, it's just so cool of, like, to have, you know, you can make your altar into what you feel like you believe in, or what comes to you.
Yes.
Like when it comes to deities and
yes,
you know, or goddesses, and I feel like they come to you, and you just know. Like when I seen Goddess Petunia, I said, I gotta get her.
Yes.
She's calling to me, like, by me. Then when I got Goddess Isis, she was calling to me, and I said, I gotta get it. I feel like they call you.
Yes.
Like when you have that calling.
Yes.
It's like you lean over to say, I gotta take the steps and go get them.
Yes. Yeah, I get that. I love my altars. I don't think I ever really had an altar until I got to the Caribbean. I always had a desk.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I always had a desk full of altarish things, right? Because I always did readings. I did readings from home, and I didn't want people to be looking at my, you know, table, right? So I never called it an altar. But since coming here, I do have a dedicated space, and I am calling it my ELEGBA altar. And that's where I put, yeah, that's where I put what I value, right? And so I put things that belong to ELEGBA, right? Things that he values. There's a lot to learn, though, about ELEGBA, but, you know, I'm getting there. I hope I'm getting there. I just want to get there the right way, you know? So do you think, honey?
As you said his name, I felt like, you know, as you said his name, I just felt like a circle. I felt like he was drawing a circle in the dirt, and then he was taking his hand and lifting it a little bit, like lifting up the dirt.
Oh, wow. What does that mean to you, though?
Yeah.
When you get
so
that?
That's where I'm seeing this now.
What does that mean when you get a vision like that?
You know what? It just feels like things are gonna go full circle.
Huh.
Because when he's drawing the circle, it was going slow.
Oh, wow. You know, he's not a fast man.
Yeah.
He's not fast. He's not a fast deity. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it going in like he's just using his hand and he's just going around in a circle. I see a circle. like someone going slow with a circle and then lifting it a little bit with the dirt. I'm like, oh.
Wow.
But it could be dirt or sand. So I just feel like it's just showing the whole, like, you know, he got his hands like he's grounded.
You know what's funny?
If that makes any sense.
When you, actually, please, you know me, Melissa, it's going to make sense. When you mentioned sand, when you mentioned dirt, the first thing I thought was sand. And so then I said, Tracey, sit still, right? This is Melissa, sit still.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said sand, and ironically, I've got sand in front of my house.
Oh.
I'm not near the beach, but the little boy upstairs must have collected sand and puts it underneath the stairs. And so I've got a pile of sand underneath my house.
Wow.
Melissa, you never stop. You can't. The minute you said that, I was like, well, there's sand in front of my house, not dirt, because I have grass. So when you said it, I was like, I was putting ELEGBA in the sand. In my mind. And then I said, stop, this is Melissa. Let Melissa do Melissa. In my mind, I'm saying this to myself. And so I said, okay, Spirit, let me vision the dirt that she is referring to. But then you added sand, and I'm like, well, God damn it, that Melissa, again, she knows her shit. I love that, Melissa.
That is so cool, though.
I love that.
I love that. Look how that the little boy just brings the sand. Sometimes you just don't know. Little kids have stuff and don't even realize that it's going to mean something later for somebody else.
You know what? I saw the sand, and I remember saying, what an odd place to put sand, to myself. I'll take a picture of it. And then I saw him playing in the sand. And I thought, okay, they must have collected the sand from the beach. And so he plays in the sand often. And so after I saw him playing in the sand, because then it made sense, I let it go. Poof, be gone. It made sense. The kid plays in the sand. That's what kids do, right? Until you mentioned the sand. Too funny.
Wow, that's so cool.
Too funny. Yeah, it is really cool, Melissa, what Spirit is constantly offering up. That I love Spirit, I love spirituality, I love God, I love Jesus. I love the way it all intertwines. I love other people's deities and goddesses. It's just all so beautiful when you don't be so busy trying to package it in.
It does. You know what, though? You know that goddess, what's the green goddess name?
Green Tara.
Tara.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? Sometimes, like, if I'm having a moment of feeling like, if I'm having a moment where I'm feeling like, I just want to go to work calmly. Like, you don't want to think about your day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put on that mantra that you sent me. And
Love
I'll
it.
listen to that. And I'll be like, okay.
Love her.
Sometimes you need that.
Yes. Love her. Love her. I've been listening to her and the other, I think I would have sent you a whole bunch of mantras, no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen.
They're all good.
They're all good. Melissa, I researched it because it's the intonation, because every mantra that I sent you, there's different versions out there, right? I listened,
Yeah.
so I listened to the one that vibrates with my spirit, right? And so I don't like too much of the fast pace. There is one that is fast paced, but even that one is a faster, harder beat. It's like, oh my God, I can't take it. So listen to all of them, all right? And if the group meet wants to have me post in the group the list of mantras, oh, child, it is the thing. It's beautiful. Or if anybody else who's actually listening to this, I'll send it to you too. I'm not like just specific to my group mates. So anybody, you can always text me or DM me and say, Tracy, send me the mantras that you were talking about, and I'll send it over. Okay, guys?
Yeah, this like it was it's like very calming.
Yes.
You know, especially like even if you're at work, you know, if you want to listen on your little earpiece,
yes.
Don't tell nobody. And you know, you listen to your mantras while you just do your work.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
You feel like a lot calmer.
It really shapes your inner spirit, your nerves. It calms you down, and also, Melissa, it helps you to tune out the fray, like that very thing that's upsetting to you. It helps you to, you know, pull it back in. Like, when was it? Monday? Oh my God, I was so fried. Wait, Tuesday. I was fried on Tuesday from early morning. And I didn't know what to do with my energy. And I knew that walking was going to aggravate the energy, right? So I didn't want to walk. I didn't want to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, sit down. Just sit down and put your mantras on loud because I am here alone. And I wound up looping it and looping. It's about 30 minutes of mantras, looping it and looping it and looping it until I had gotten my fried nerves back in sync. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like when you have like, it's like having those knots in your shoelace, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand shoelaces, by the way. You got knots in the shoelaces, and then you know what? It's like over listening to the mantra, you're kind of loosening up that knot to be back to being balanced again. You're taking the knot out of it.
Good point. That is an excellent point.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And Tracy, when you talk about the whole bird stuff, right? I was talking to Tracy about in the group meet that an owl popped up when I was on my way to work.
Mm-hmm.
The owl was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
He flies low to the ground and stays on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to get the best I can get of him, and it just, I don't know. Spirit was like, nope, you're not getting a clear picture. Nope, nobody's gonna know.
Wait, say that again, Melissa.
I'm serious. I really think I think that Spirit was blocking me from taking a picture. Like, nope, no one's not supposed to notice. Nope. You know how like you try to take a picture and it gets blurry.
Melissa, yes, that happened to me yesterday.
And I think I was being blocked not to take a picture of that owl. Like, I was meant for it to see me and me to see it.
Melissa.
And I was like, nobody's going to see me. I need to take a picture.
Oh, my God. So, Melissa, yesterday I hear this galloping. Gallop, 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 gallop. Very slow, very steady, very rhythmic, right? And I knew it was coming down the street, right? In my apartment, you come up the hill and then you go down the street. I'm on the down the street part, right? So I could hear this galloping coming up the hill. The minute you hit the hill, the street, it comes into the street. That's my complex, right? And so when it got closer, I jumped up to go look at the horses, right? Because I knew it was horses. That I wasn't worried about. I jumped up to go look at the horses, and there was no one riding the horses. There were two of them. They were brown. No one was riding these horses. So I run back. I get my phone. I start to record. And I'm like, I'm recording this because I know you all will not believe me. There are horses with no riders, right? I guess I didn't stop the recording, or I might have started it at the wrong point, because when I walked away, it only videotaped the part where I walked away. The phone is down now. You know how you get that wavery stuff when your phone is down. So I go to sit down to look at the video to send to the group. Nothing. No video of the... I kept wanting to say headless horses. I kept wanting to say that, but Spirit was like, stop. And I was like, okay, but that's what it looks like to me, right? 2 horses with no riders. Me and Spirit have these arguments. 2 horses with no riders.
You know what? It was like they were just in, wow. It's like nature is really showing itself. Like Mother Nature is really just like, you know what?
Hi,
I'm
Shonda.
all these animals.
Good morning. Yeah, you're right. I think nature is really talking, right? And it's like, who's listening? Nature's talking. Who's listening? Because the
like
birds, those
Mother
birds are
really,
acting up.
Or should I say Mother Gaia?
Mm-hmm.
Mother Gaia is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let everybody just really show themselves. You know, and it's showing. And you seen the horses yesterday. You know, I have to say, it just made me feel like 2 lovers just enjoying their walk together.
Yes.
Okay. There's like, well, you know what? We here, right? We ain't got nobody bothering us.
Yeah.
We just enjoying our walk.
Yeah.
I just feel like for a lot of people, it's gonna be new love. New love. You know, a new friendship.
Yeah.
Knowing that you've seen them together, a new friendship, and things are gonna move. I feel like things are gonna, just knowing that you heard the clapping of their paws. Why call them paws?
You know what?
Horseshoes, which are horseshoes, are lucky.
Yeah.
Those are lucky. Right?
Yes, they are. Right.
So if you think about it, that's luck.
Oh.
Luck in a relationship. It can be luck in abundance because, you know, horseshoe means many things. You know what, too? A friend of mine, she always had a horseshoe above her door of her house. Right? Where you walk in. And I used to be like, why do you have that there? And she said, well, it's a protection of, you know, of like spirits and stuff coming into your home. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when Lamar Townsend, when our group mates was talking about how, was it Cleopatra?
Yes.
Talking about metal
Yes.
for protection. So it just all clicked to me, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe, you know, people could just start buying horseshoes and just put them around in each of the rooms because Lamar was saying that having metal, Cleopatra was saying that having metal in your home.
Yes.
You know, and I remember I asked him about the horseshoe thing. He's like, yeah, put it around your house. So, you know, just you talking about that now, it's probably like also about not only abundance, but protection. Like protection is around you.
Oh, you're so beautiful, Melissa. Did you get a horseshoe? Did you get one? Because when Lamar mentioned it, I got one from Amazon.
Yeah, I think I bought mine from Amazon too. But I think, you know who I bought mine from? I bought one years ago, and I bought one from Etsy.
Yes, Etsy. Yes.
I don't know. I never know how to say the name right.
Yeah, who knows?
I bought a horseshoe there, and I kind of like buying it from there because people, you know, because a lot of people have horses.
Yes.
You know, that sells the horseshoes when they take it off the horse.
Got it.
And when I get it, it be all having a little bit of dirt and stuff on it still from the horse, and I really like that because, you know, you got a little bit of that energy on the horseshoe.
Oh, got it. That's so smart.
Yeah. So I would definitely tell people to go there to go get it too. If they can. I mean, why not? You go there because you know there you get people that actually have their farms and stuff like that, you know.
Yes.
So that's where I bought it from. And I think, I don't know if mine came from South Carolina or North Carolina, something like that. But I remember I bought maybe like 2 or 3 of them. And then I went and ordered some more.
Yes.
But I think that it's a great way to have it around and stuff around the house. So definitely it could be protection, you know, new love, and just knowing that they're just having, you know what, too? Were they here blowing in the wind when they were walking past?
Yes. Their tail. Yes. It was because that. Oh, my God. Because, yes. Because it was so beautiful. Because they were so calm. And because they were so calm, right? Like, you would think the tail would be down, but it wasn't. It was just waving the tail, and the main part was just waving, but they were so calm that I was surprised. I did notice that. I was surprised that their tails were flipping. The hair was flipping. Yes. Oh. Yes.
They were just in a moment of you know what song came up? It's the Beyonce song "I'm Feeling Myself." It just feels like that. Like they were definitely feeling themselves.
I believe that. They were, and it was, you know what else I got? I also got, like, their gait was so consistent and strong. And I got, like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Like, it was just so beautiful to watch them just do them. It was beautiful.
Like they had confidence.
Yes.
And they were, not only did they have confidence, but they just had this carefree feeling of nobody can fuck with us.
Yes.
So it don't matter, because if they do, they know they're gonna get it. They're gonna get hit. We're gonna get hit by both of us.
That horseshoe will get somebody in the face. I said, you know what? And I also said, I talked to Spirit, and I said, Spirit, I feel like I missed something. And I know I didn't, right, Melissa? You have to know when the gift is there, and when the gift leaves, it's okay. But I said to Spirit, I feel like I missed something. Can the two horseless, headless horse come back, please?
You know what, too? You know what we could do? You know what, too? Like, throwing one card to see how they feel, but it just felt like love to me. It felt like new love. You know, like, we good. It's like that, you know? Like, we good, we strong.
You know what's funny?
They were balanced.
I really believe you, because one was in front and one was behind, right? And the one behind was not trying. Yeah. What?
You know what? I have to say, I got to learn a couple of years ago. You know, like, a neighbor of mine was explaining to me. He said that women should always be on if a guy is walking with them, a woman should be in the inside of a sidewalk, and the guy is supposed to be closer to the street.
Yes, absolutely.
Because they said that's how it's supposed to be. And my neighbor said, if the guy doesn't have if the guy has the girl where she can get, you know, where the cars and stuff is passing, like closer to the street, that is not his girlfriend.
Ooh.
And that is not his woman. I was just like, I heard of that. Well, he said he learned it from his father. And I'm like, what?
Yes. Yes. No, that's standard. Yeah. And also the way the horses were walking, it reminded me of Asian culture, where the man walks in front and the woman, that's the first thing that came to me. I was like, oh, I'm not sure if these were two male horses or a male and female, but when I saw the way they were walking, I was like, that's very Asian.
Wow.
Yeah, where the man walks in front and the woman walks behind. Very common, especially, I mean, to this day, I lived in Koreatown for 6 years, and that was common practice when they went for their morning exercise.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
It's so cool to know about a different culture.
Yes. I would say to anyone, branch out in your spirituality. What you know in your religion, you really don't know. And include branching out in spirituality in other cultures too. There's so much we are all missing by not figuring out that there's more out there for us to invest in, not just learn about, but just,
It's so big.
yeah, like invest in. And you're right, Melissa. It's so big, it's so vast, and it's okay to learn. It's okay to learn from others. Talking about learning, Melissa,
Even if it's a book, I
you
learned
love to
from reading
read.
that you have to read more,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And not only that, but it's like you're exercising. Because you once you start reading, you start to expand more because you're hearing your spirit more, and you get into whatever you was reading is it could be validation for you later.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, reading is so much more important than just, searching something up for a second in the internet. I would say reading first, then watching documentaries on your topic that you're interested in. But by all means, read first. When I got into the business, I didn't have anyone. I certainly didn't have anyone Black, right? And so I had white mentors, right? And I'm grateful. I'm grateful because they helped me to get there and develop spiritually, right? And what I've learned was read, read, read. Everything, anything. One of my biggest problems when I moved here was my books, Melissa. And I decided I wasn't going to leave a book behind. Huh?
I said your book. You had to It's like when you have I was about to say. I love that when you have books, you don't realize how many other people have the same book, or people that want your book. Yep. I mean, every time we mention a book in group, we all buy it, don't we? Yeah. And everybody gets excited. I'm telling y'all.
We do.
We all start going, oh my God, I wanted that book. And sometimes it's hard to get some books. You got to really dig to find it.
Yeah. But listen, talking about books, I wanted to get through some parts of the Revelations. Are you ready for me to read a part of it?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
And you said chapter 9, right?
Chapter 9.
I'm on that right now.
Okay, I'm going to go through what we left behind last week, and then I'm going to continue on. But we should be starting at chapter 9, number 6, but I'm going to start from the beginning of chapter 9. The 5th is trumpets, the locust from the bottomless pit. Then the first angel sounded, and I saw a star falling from heaven to the earth. To him was given a key to the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit, which I think is a volcano, like the smoke of a great furnace. So the sun and the air were darkened because of the smoke of the pit. Then out of the smoke Then out of the smoke locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. They were commanded not to harm the grass or the earth or any green thing or any tree, but only those men who do not have the seal of God on their foreheads. And they were not given authority to kill them, but to torment them for 5 months. Their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it strikes a man. Revelations 9:6. In those days, men will seek death and will not find it. They will desire to die, and death will not come. The shape of the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were crowns of something like gold, and their faces were like the faces of men. And they had hair like women's hair, and their teeth were like lions' teeth. And they had breastplates like breastplates of iron. And the sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots with many horses running into battle. They had tails like scorpions, and there were stings in their tail. The power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had as king over them the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Greek he has the name Apollon. One woe is past. Behold, still 2 more woes are coming after these things. Are you good, Melissa? Do you have anything that you want to say?
Well, just hearing how their tails were like scorpion on the end. Does it sound like almost like they had a thing where there was aliens down there?
Huh. Oh. You know, this is future stuff.
A different being.
Yes. This is future. So, I feel like we're waiting for the aliens to show up, right? And what movie was it? I think it was Bumblebee, right? Oh, wow, Melissa. Okay, I think it was Bumblebee, one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Remember they were in a plane or something like that, and these little robotic scorpion-looking things came out. Do you remember that? In the
I haven't watched the movie before, but you're gonna make me watch it.
Oh my God, Melissa! What's the name of the movie, guys? It's the one where the cars, and it's Bumblebee, and they transform, and the one of them was called Metatron, which is they made Metatron. I can't remember now, but I thought Metatron they made evil, but Metatron is a saint. Or maybe Metatron was the nice. Metatron, I think, was one of the nicer ones. Okay, doesn't really matter. You gotta watch it. I think the original movie is called Bumblebee. But they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna write that down right now.
Melissa, how could you? Oh my God, these are the best movies because this foretells the future, right? I always say that, right? This particular movie foretells the future. It's Melissa, have a good weekend. You gonna watch it. It's Transformers. Everybody's telling me Transformers.
Okay, all right. I'm writing that down right now. I haven't watched the Transformer movie before.
Oh my God, Melissa.
I'm gonna watch that.
No. You cannot have your gift and not watch Transformers. Oh my God, so much signs about alien and this, that, and the third. And the army has to communicate with the aliens. But the first movie, it's not about that. The first movie is these massive Transformers are hiding in this kid's home, and they hide in the form of a car. You're going to make me watch Transformers now. It is the best movie ever in terms of looking at alien culture. So.
Well, I remember you said a couple of months ago that they will, we'll see more, we'll hear more sightings like on TV, but maybe just one day they're going to be like, y'all ready?
Yeah. But what I was trying to say is,
I definitely.
Go ahead, Melissa. I'm sorry.
Oh no. No, I was just saying that I really think there's more than one type, and we're just gonna be blown away
of aliens. Of aliens, right?
Of aliens, yeah.
I believe you too. I do believe there's going to be.
You know what? I know this sounds odd, but remember like Star Trek? You see how everybody coexists, whether you were human or alien, you coexist together.
Mm-hmm. And again, there's some realness to that too, so far in advance, because we haven't gotten to how. Here's what I think is going to happen, Melissa. I think the aliens have to come to teach us and to take us to other planets. That's what I think Star Trek is about. But they've got to come here first. They got to they're already here. They've got to reveal themselves first. But I believe Star Trek is real too.
Just like their technology.
All of it.
I think that, how culture has been stealing ideas of people that invented stuff for all the years. How we know that that wasn't happening with the aliens. Like they're taking their technology, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because they might have something over their head.
Right.
And maybe they're just going to say, we have enough.
Yeah, you actually bring up a really good point, Melissa, right? Like, what if some of our most infamous creators, like, when Lamar had Tesla come to him, right? What if someone like Tesla wasn't always human? What if he was authorized to come down to give us, this information, but God knows humans, right? And so you can't just send an alien down. Mm-hmm. So he sends them down in human form to live amongst us, so that we can have the power of technology and this, that, and the third. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say. It's like, it's almost like, like an illusion. Because they want to come in human form to make us more comfortable. Because if we see something that is crazy, you're going to have people screaming.
Yeah, we'll have a full-on war. We'll have attacks. So I think, listen, I've got a couple of theories. So one of my theories is spiritual people like you and I, like we were never meant in the first half, right, to be together, right? Because then we would look like little weird spiritual children, right? Oh, that's that weird bunch, right? Or if we walked around with a certain signature, right? Like many of us have birthmarks, right? But what if it was more obvious? Like what if we glowed spiritual children, right? Well, we would get beat up, we would die, we'd have to go back to heaven, we have to start all over again, right? And so I think what God did throughout the world, I think he dispersed us all over the world and put us with families where we were the only ones, right?
Yeah.
And then when it was time, or if it was time, right? I'm sure many spiritual people died before the collective could get together. Oh, hold on a second. I really should get this call, Melissa. Hold on, Melissa. Hi, this is Tracy.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Hilbert?
Good. You home?
I am home.
I'm dropping up the I don't know how to be back, but I have to pass it with me.
That's okay. I figured if it was lost, it was lost. If you're going to give it back, then I figured you would contact me. I wasn't worried.
I'm dropping it up. I'll be by MATERNAL. I could pick it up to you.
You're going to drop it off?
Yeah.
Okay. What time?
All right, they're coming up.
You're coming up right now?
I got by the courthouse coming up. I should have beach coming up.
You're coming up right now? I don't know if I should go outside or what.
Yeah, coming up in the next 10 minutes. I will be there.
10 minutes. Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, Hilbert.
Yeah.
Thank you. Melissa?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. I left a package in somebody's car, so they're bringing it to me. I don't even know what I left in the car. This was like 2 weeks ago, by the way, Melissa. Let me tell you something. These men in this Caribbean are slow. They don't rush for nothing. Sorry. They don't rush. This was 2 weeks ago. He said he was going to bring it back. He didn't. And I was like, I'm not sweating the small stuff. I didn't call. I didn't ask for my own package. Nothing. I just said, it is what it is. So just now he's calling and he's like, I have your package that you left in my car. And I was like, I know. So. Lord have mercy. You come to the Caribbean, don't you rush. Don't rush. Okay, so getting back to Transformers, right? Let's not forget our train of thought, just because a man called, right? Okay, so in Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got to watch the whole series, Melissa. Some of it is a little silly, but it's still so good. Megan Fox did an amazing job in one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 series, right? There's a point where they're on this plane and these little microscopic scorpion things came out. So when you mentioned that you felt like they were aliens, if you watch that movie, you will understand what you're saying better. And they were stinging people, these little, it was so cool. You gotta watch the movie. You have to. I demand it of you.
I gotta watch it. Now you're gonna make me watch it.
I'm gonna make you watch it.
Okay, so now I know I got something to watch this weekend.
Yes, the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna make me rewatch it too, because the one movie, I don't watch movies over and over again. That's not my game. I just don't believe in giving that much money back to the studios. But there are certain movies, as of lately, I will watch over and over. I will watch It's a Wonderful Life over and over, every single year, twice a year. The movie Soul, I love that movie. Love it. I encourage everyone to watch the movie Soul. It's about death. It's about life. It's about death again. It's about life again. So good. so realistic to the version that I believe is more real than anything else. Now, let me tell you something, Melissa. Transformers, you're going to love it. I'm going to watch it with you this weekend. You text the group and let us know the symbols that you're getting.
Oh, I definitely will.
You have to. So good. Okay.
I just couldn't believe it. It's like stay there.
What you say?
Like how you was reading about the men that they had to suffer for 6 months.
Yeah.
Don't that make you go back to the COVID? Like you're gonna suffer for 6 months?
Yeah, Melissa. You know, when I was reading that part, when I was reading that part, and right now, people died from Miss Rona and Delta, right? And I thought, wow, death is better. Because if we get this version where you don't die, that's going to be painful. I don't want that part in my life. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah. All right, that's my taxi. Melissa, talk to the people. Melissa, talk to the people, okay?
Okay.
Hi, Hilbert. I'm coming out right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, stay right there. I mean, you can hang up. I'll come right out. Melissa?
I'm watching on YouTube right now.
Talk to the people, Melissa. Talk to the people.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking to the people.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. How are you? Hey, Russell's daughter. And you're right, we would freak out. The whole aliens pop up. And Lottie, good health. How y'all doing? Brittany Brown, good health. I hope y'all doing fine today. And African Shea Butter, I like that name. Good health to you as well. You know, it's just so cool how, like, when you can, I love that Tracey reads the Revelation, and then, you know, you get the vision of what you see. You know, I definitely feel, you know, to me, I definitely feel like there are, like, different, I feel like there's more than one Earth. You know, I feel like we have an urban, and there's, you know, there's other galaxies of different people and different things. And I just feel like when the time comes, they're definitely going to, like, reveal themselves. I do feel, I have to agree with Tracey when it comes to them showing, it's like walking down a street in Manhattan, right? And realizing you've seen somebody look weird, right? And, you know, sometimes I'd be like, that person's not human. You know, do you get that sometimes? Because I definitely do. Brett. Good health, Brett. And I will definitely say that I definitely feel like they are among us. Again, it's just like walking past them and not realize it, that they're there. You know, that you know, you could have them at your job. You know? And also, Brett, good, and Brett, I'm good this morning because I see everybody's in the chat room. So, you know, if you want to ask me a question about, like, what we're talking about. And, thank you, Lottie. I have to say also, I love what Tracey talked about the horses. Because, again, it just feels like love, new love. I just feel like there's new love for everybody. Oh, okay. So let me see what Brad said. He says, sometimes I wonder if I'm an alien. Do you think aliens know they're aliens? Ooh, that is so cool.
Melissa, that's the question of the day. Damn, I don't know. I don't know, Brett. That's the question.
That's a lot of people still, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know, Brett, if we go back to other parts of the Bible where entities mixed with humans, right? There might be a component where if an alien was sent down, Brett, it's possible. You know how it's possible? What was the name of that show that came on where they were humans, not humans? What was the name of that show on Disney? I'm so bad at
On Disney Channel?
It was on Disney Channel.
Little Mermaid?
No. They they were humans but they were really aliens. But at some point they just wanted to be aliens. It was so good. I mean, at some point they just wanted to be humans. And at some point oh my God, does anybody remember? Not Mark and Mindy. It was recent. It was like during 2020, during the COVID. And it was on Disney Channel Plus. Okay. My
I definitely gotta ask.
I'm so bad at this. But my point to you is, the answer to your question is yes, I think that aliens have been allowed to come down as half human, half alien, right? And they're allowed to fall in love. And they're allowed to make babies that are different. But so I think there's a possibility that there are half human, half alien babies, and we don't know it.
You know what, too, Tracy?
Talk to
now
me.
that you say that, it just makes me feel like, what about those people that never get sick? They never get a cold. They never get a headache.
I hate those people. I hate those people.
You know, you would think to yourself, maybe they might got a little touch of alien though.
They live to 110, and you're like, how? And they're still walking. Like the fact that they're died is because the body was like, yo, the human side needs to go because the alien side can keep kicking. Yes, I believe that.
Wow. Because I just think about it now, I'm like, there are probably people that don't get sick at all. Like, they don't have to. They're just healthy. They are healthy as a horse.
Yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. And it looks like, it's it might have been a Marvel series. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it. Alien husband and wife. And I didn't want to watch it, but my son was like, you have to watch it. It's so good. If I see the name, I'll know. It was an alien husband and wife.
Lives, right?
Huh?
So it's like they live in both lives. Like they come down here.
Yes.
You know, they experience the earth thing. And not only that, but they get to like actually feel like, study us by just watching how the way we are.
And that's exactly what this show did. Oh, man. I resisted watching it, and then my son was like, watch it, Ma, watch it. And I was like, I've got nothing else to watch, so let me watch it. Oh, my God, it was so good. No one's remembering what I'm trying to say? All right, what's Brett saying, Melissa? see if this is it. All right. I'm going to find it because I'm so upset now. Now I have to find it. It started out like in the 1950s, the show. That's what I'm trying to say. It started out like in the 1950s.
You know what, too?
Huh?
You know what's my favorite movie? Is Line. You remember we watched that movie because we watched it on Periscope.
Which movie?
Adeline.
Love Adeline.
You remember we watched? Yes.
Yes.
Adeline was a good movie. And to watch that she went through not aging.
Yes. Love Adeline. Loved it. And that would make her an alien.
And she just won age. I remember she had like a car accident and she died for like what? They said she died for like 10 minutes.
Yep.
Came back.
Yep.
And then it's like from there she's been running ever since because she just she has to hide her identity of her age.
And remember her daughter aged. Here it is. Hold on. Remember her daughter aged like maturated her age. Her daughter was like 2, then 4, then 10, then 30, then 35. And they looked the same. The daughter had to say she was her sister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful movie.
I got the picture, but it's in the form of 99 best Disney movies. Starting at 99. Oh my God. I'm just going to go through the movies until I see the picture again. Yeah, if anyone has not watched Adeline, watch it. It's so good. You know, I'm watching some other bloggers, Melissa, and that's why I was asking you all if you all had TikToks. I'm going to have everyone watch TikTok. But then I'm thinking, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could figure out a way. Yeah, I could do it. Do I? Can I? Okay, so TikTok. Oh, yeah.
Oh, like a live TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. I could do it on, well, or.
Because I miss your movie nights because when you do Sunday movie nights, I'd be like, I'm not talking on the phone with nobody. Nobody's bothering me. I'm like, I'm going to watch movies.
Me too.
You know, everybody had, your wine, your liquor, your popcorn, whatever.
Your food. Yes. It was so much fun. Aww. I could do it on Twitter, but not everybody has Twitter. I think more people have TikTok now. I could do it on Twitter now. With no time frame. Like Twitter got rid of Periscope, but they kept the video portion for Twitter. So I could
went on Twitter in so long.
Yeah, see, I mean, I could do it on TikTok. We'll try it because what everyone doesn't know. Oh, hi, beautiful conundrum. Tracy, was this just called solar opposites? No, I'm trying to find it. Although that sounds really good. You need to let me know what solar opposites is about. Because I love all this galactic stuff now. At one point, I didn't like the galactic stuff, Melissa, because I was so scared. I didn't understand that I was tapping into something big. And sometimes when you're tapping into something big, you do get scared of it. But I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what, too, Tracy? You ever
WandaVision.
about like the
Melissa,
giants,
Melissa.
like the stone that
Wait.
we see now?
Wait, what you say, Melissa?
You know, like I was watching a video, whatever, of like they talked about how how back then how we had the giants.
Yes.
You know, when the humans were mixing with the angels.
Yes.
And like their children became,
Yes.
they became like giant stuff, right?
Yes.
And so they said throughout the country you can actually see stones that actually look like people, and they believe those are the giants.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. Melissa, I found the movie. Brett, it's
What's the name of it?
WandaVision. It's a whole series. It's a whole series. It's called WandaVision. Watch the series. It's so good. So it's about two.
Even the name of it.
It's WandaVision. It's about two super powered beings living suburban lives begin to suspect that everything is not as it seems. It's completely crazy, it says. Each episode ends in a cliffhanger, making you instantly wanting to watch the next episode. So good, Melissa. Brett
said it's a good show.
Oh, Brett said he watched it. Yes, great show. So, and remember in the end, they were raising normal kids, right? But the army and the forces began to realize that there was this weird stuff going on in this section, and no one could ever go past this section, but that's the section that they lived in, right? But the humans couldn't go past the section. It's like this. Yes, it's like the section disappeared. So then the army has all this technology, right? And they were like, we know they're there and we're going to penetrate, right? And somehow or another, there was a way to enter one portal from the next, right? And so somehow they entered into each other's portal, right? And so when the army wound up in a portal of this alien couple, they were raising normal kids until the mom was threatened. And then one of the alien kids brought out its superpowers. When the threat came, then the child had its superpowers. It's so good. Like, I'm a Disney Plus fan. Like, the movies that they come out with, ridiculously good.
I love that. You know, you always talk about all the time about the rainbow kids, the Bristol kids. You're like, these babies, the Galactic babies.
Galactic.
Like,
yes.
They're really going to be showing themselves.
Watch. I saw a video the other day. I'm surprised I didn't post it, where this baby was literally holding its head up in the hospital straight out the womb. Holding its head up. I'm so surprised I didn't post it. Listen, Melissa, my phone talks to me. I get all kinds of craziness in my phone that sometimes I think if I post it, sometimes I feel like I'm bragging because I get so much information. I guess I'll just keep posting it regardless who sees it or who doesn't see it. I get crazy stuff through my phone. And one of them was some couple that videotaped their baby, eyes wide open, neck holding up on the mama's shoulder. Looking like an alien, trust and believe. He looked just like an alien.
Like, I'm here. Like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
You know, let's get this party started.
Yes. Now, there might be a difference between, and this is what I believe now, Melissa. I think there's a difference between old souls and these galactic babies. I do not believe that these babies are old souls. I believe they are galactic babies. Yes. Yes.
So they're definitely like telepathic.
Yes.
Basically, too, right?
Yes. I think they're coming with superpowers, superhuman strength. And now remember, they're just being born. We don't know what they're going to look like at 5. We don't know what they're going to look like at 10. They're just being born. So these kids are to be followed.
They're just being born.
Now, the ones before these kids, that's the 8-year-olds on down prior to 2020. So the 8-year-olds from through 2019. So that might be 2013, 2013, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, 7 years. I'll give it 7 years. Those have a super intelligence that doesn't make sense. These little 8-year-olds that are here right now, they are remarkably intelligent. And they say little weird things that you're like, what the fuck? What happened, right? Then the ones from 8, the 9-year-olds on up. Though I'm not sure with the names, but that might be the Starseed children. But I don't want to label them too heavily. Right? And so I feel like the Starseed children are the quieter ones, right? The ones that observe way too much, right? Where the mom goes, oh, she's just quiet like that. No, she's not quiet. No, he's not quiet. He already knows everything that's going on. They're just having conversations inside their head. They're not quiet. They know.
Instead of like verbally speaking it, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, okay, so Tracey, I have to share, I've always felt like I came from Sirius, and Melissa seems Pleiadian to me. Well, you don't have to explain that, Brett. Melissa, you are Pleiadian. Brett's gonna have some explaining to do in group.
Bring it.
Right?
I always heard about the Pleiadians being, what they said, like they talked about like a hole in Antarctica or whatever, a hole. But again, I feel like whenever someone has on hold on people, they're just like, enough, we're coming, we're really going to come out, we're going to show ourselves. And I think the children that are now, they're probably going to be the ones that actually save everybody, so.
Mm-hmm. Or the ones that are coming out now, the ones that are coming out now will know alien energy, right? I don't know alien energy. That's why I feared it, right? I didn't want to deal with it. I think the ones that are coming out now, like these little galactic babies, they're going to be like, dude, I know you. Don't try it, right? Don't take over the world. Mm-hmm. Work with us. Right? That's the way I think. And I think when you get back to Star Wars, Melissa, with the way you said it, that they all kind of got along, I could see that happening because I think it will be coexist. And I think it will begin with the galactic babies to coexist with alien culture. Yeah, I believe that.
When you say galactic, you know what I keep thinking about? The moon.
The moon?
Yeah, like when you say galactic, it makes me think about the moon.
Well, funny you should say that, Melissa. I'm just going to take a stab at it, and I'm just going to tell you truthfully, I don't believe we've ever landed on the moon. I'm going to stick to it, and I don't give a fuck.
Can I say that I really think that's true as well.
Right.
I am agreeing with you. I feel like it was all a hoax.
Yeah.
And nobody has never been up there. And, people just get paid just to say, I've been there.
Yes,
and I
Melissa.
really like that.
Yes. People had a whole career. And now that we know how much the government lies today, just in watching the CDC, the COVID, all the changing stories, but they can't get away with it so much because we all have technology. They didn't have technology back then. There's no
it was like, it was like a delusion.
Yes.
Like they're gonna believe it anyway.
Yes.
Just give them a story.
Yes. And it's no.
Give them something to talk about.
Let me tell you something, Melissa. My dad was in the military. The one thing I always remember my dad saying is we never went to the moon. And I remember being really quiet and looking at him and going, no? And he's like, never, Tracey. And I just held on to that, right? And then when the Americans were supposedly trying to get to the moon, right? And they had a launch date, Russia supposedly got there first under the same illusion. Because let me tell you something, Melissa. Rather than get found out, they shut it down. But technology, listen to what I'm saying. Technology. You can never shut down technology, right? So right now we have all these space stations, which is how we get satellite, which is how we get the internet, blah, 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 right? That's always advancing. Once they knew that these space stations could be a big deal all over the world, they kept advancing that. Why would they shut down going to... Wait, hold on, Melissa, hold on. Why would they go... Wait, Melissa, hold on. Why would they shut down going to the moon? Both Russia, a superpower, and America, the superpower, shut down going to the moon when you always advance in technology, always. Because it wasn't true. Go ahead, Melissa. I'm sorry.
You know what, Sue? No. I'm getting excited over this. You know what? It makes me feel like there was a barrier where God said, y'all will not go in and invade this moon. I feel like it's a visible shield.
Yes.
You're not going there.
Yes.
So it's like every time they thought they was going to go there, they were blocked by this shield and wonder, oh my God, I can't get up, I can't get there.
Yes.
Because they were blocked because they didn't have an authority from God to go there in the first place.
Wow. Exactly, Melissa. Even some of the other planets, we today still cannot step on another planet. We have sent robots on the planets to take pictures, but to this day, we cannot step on a planet. So what the hell do you mean we made it to the moon? I'm sorry if I'm busting anybody's bubbles. I don't care. You have to look at facts. And the fact is...
You know what, Sue? We wasn't meant to be up there. Because it's not for us.
Thank you. Yes.
It's like this. I'm rich, so I'm taking the move with me. No. Sometimes money can't buy what you really want. And you can't buy it. Not even in power. They can't buy the move.
Right. Thank you, Melissa.
I just always felt like I always felt like the same way how the airplane goes in the air, it's probably the same distance the astronauts get to go, because they don't really get to go anywhere.
Yes.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I know.
It's okay.
Right?
Beautiful Conundrum says, why don't we have a space station on the moon if we made it there, right? And then Brett says,
Right.
Brett says, I've done readings on it. I've never seen an affirmative card to say, yeah, we've made it to the moon. And Brett agrees, we haven't.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely believed in that because I was just like, look how far in technology we went into. Like, there's no way. I mean, it's not meant for us to go there. Not even a bird can fly there.
That's right.
You ever see birds try to fly while it's there?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
They already know. God said no. You're not touching the moon. They're like, all right, we ain't going there.
Yes.
Wow.
Also, there's this movie. Back to the Disney movies again. Why does Disney do this to me? There's this Disney movie with this Asian character, right? Of course, Melissa, you know me. I don't know the name of the movie, right? But my grandson would know because I watched it with him. And it was some Asian fable about the moon and trying to get to the moon. Does anybody remember? It's a very recent Disney movie. And then this little girl decides to build a ship to get to the moon because this Asian fable, said something about wanting to go to the moon or something. It was so good. I can't remember the name of it because I'm so bad. Much as I love Disney cartoons because of my grandson, they're so fascinating. But once again, I can't remember the name of it. So when I find it, I'll tell you. It was so good. It's recent. This one was in 2021. Let me see if I can find it another way. Asian. I hope I'm not being disrespectful. Asian Disney cartoons movie. It's a movie. I think 2021. Okay, let me see. There's a couple of Asian movies. I didn't see Raya. I didn't see that one. Oh my God, so good.
You know what, too, Tracy?
Huh?
Tracy, I ever thought that maybe the people that are like writers and stuff of like movies and people that do like, you ever thought that maybe they might be, how can I say? Maybe they might have visions and stuff.
Yes.
Like they're gifted, but they're not in the physical world, but they're doing the writing and stuff.
Yes.
Yes,
Melissa. I have often thought that people that make certain types of movies are authorized with the gift to present those movies to us. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like George Orwell.
Yeah.
Like George Orwell, right? When he wrote the book 1984, where he said by 1984 we will have electronic homes. Well, his date was off, but we have electronic homes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? And again, if that's another book,
I understand.
If that's another book that you need to read 1984. That foretells the world that we're living in with Alexa, everything hooked up to your Wi-Fi. You can close your window shades now electronically. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, reading is everything.
It's everything. You're absolutely right about that.
All right. I'm trying to. I'm talking cryptically now because I'm trying to find this This, oh, by the way, everyone, watch Encanto. Oh my God, that is so spiritually sound, that movie. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I love that movie. I
Don't
watched it on
you?
Christmas Day. It's beautiful. Mhm.
Oh, I think it was called Mulan.
I love it. Oh, you know what? I haven't got to see the new Mulan. I've seen the cartoon one, but then they had the movie one.
I
All right, let me write that down. Mulan.
think it might be
Mulan's good.
Mulan.
I watched the cartoon version, but I have not watched the movie version. You know? With the
Yes.
people.
I think it might be Mulan. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it might be Mulan. I think so.
Ooh, that's a good movie.
The cartoon version. I'ma still look. But most of their movies I love. Moana, I love. All right. I'll find it. Oh, child. I just don't think I need to write down all these Disney movies, and now we're talking about it, and I sound very ignorant right now because I don't know the name of these movies. All right. Enough already. I just have, maybe I should just ask my grandson, because you know how they just spit this stuff out like off the top of their head. I thought it was a let me see, Asian movie. It was something about the moon. Go to the moon. Here it is. This is the little girl. Hold on. Oh, wait. It's called Over the Moon, Melissa. Over the Moon.
Over the Moon?
Watch the movie
All right, let me
Over the Moon. Oh,
You're
Melissa.
probably going to get a message out of watching this movie.
Melissa, it was so good. It was the best movie. Over the
Look
Moon.
how we're talking about the moon.
Because we're talking about the moon, right?
Tracey,
Yes.
how is this happening? We talk about the moon. We talked about the horses. And when he was reading Revelation, it talked about the horses.
I know it did. That's why I got scared. I didn't connect the dots on purpose. I was like, oh hell no, Jesus. No. I'm not connecting these dots. I know. I felt it in my spirit. I know. I got a little scared.
Wow.
I told you I get scared of this stuff. Even though I'm trying to face it, I get scared of this stuff. So it's called Over the Moon. So good, guys. Watch this movie. Y'all gotta watch these movies this weekend. Transformers. These are the type of things that we should be doing as we put ourselves in self-imposed lockdown. Right? There are things that we could do to learn, to re-educate ourselves. Like, Spirit is trying to tell us something. So let's all go into self-imposed lockdowns. Don't go to a baseball game. Don't go to this, that, and the third. Watch movies. Talk with each other. Right? Plant something in your yard. Plant tomatoes. Plant mint. Mint grows. So plant mint. And then we can talk about all the magical uses for mint.
You can't even kill it. No matter how much mint you cut.
Melissa, that mint.
Abundantly.
And it's meant for abundance, and it sure does come abundantly. Yes. Oh my God, mint.
Your yard, so plant it by itself.
What you say?
But it smells so good, though.
It does smell good. And we could be doing things like that rather than complaining. I don't get to go out because of the mask. Stay home. Stay home. Do something. Give back to God and go like, okay, you don't want me outside? I'm going to stay in. I'm going to watch Disney movies. I'm going to go outside to plant something. I'm going to play in my own goddamn backyard. That's what we used to do when we were kids. We played in our backyard.
Nobody does that no more.
Nobody does that, Melissa.
Tracy, the kid from my block.
Yeah.
I live near a school, right? And
Yeah.
I used to say, none of the kids come outside to play. They don't play in no snow. They don't play in the summertime. They all inside on technology. Every last one of them.
Well, the technology part is the sad part. The technology part is the sad part, Melissa. The fact that people have replaced babysitting with technology. That is the sad part.
You know, yeah, that's definitely true. And if they just learn to just spend a little bit, spend more family time, because you know what, your children learn from what you teach them. And if you got the computer teaching them more than you, then you can't get mad when they turn out to be like this or that, because remember, you decide to give up the control and let technology raise your kids.
Yeah. It is sad, Melissa. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's one of the saddest
family
things.
stuff. Family night with movies. Or put on, oh my goodness, I remember as a child, like, we would have a family night of just watching stuff about, what's that thing called? Geographic? I think it's called Geographic or something, but it was all about watching nature with animals and stuff.
National Geographic, right?
And watch about the whole thing about animals.
National Geographic, right?
Maybe for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Geographic, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's responsible parenting. Not that I'm calling anyone irresponsible, but I don't know. I just think in this day and age, like, let's do something. Let's talk to our kids.
And walking with them. Go out and, like, if you know you need a little exercise, go with your children and go for a walk. Let them talk. I know some people want to shut their kids up if they talk too much. But damn it, let them talk.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes, they talk a lot, but it just makes for really good, intelligent children when you just let them talk. And if you invest more in not wanting to talk to them, right? And I'm not calling anybody out as bad parents. I'm just saying, when you let technology, then they don't have linguistics anymore. They don't know how to communicate effectively, except to be like, ooh, ah, oh, look at that. Yeah, got it. Look, Ma, look what I did. I killed the monster. Like,
Yeah. It's kind of like they don't have no stability.
Yes.
When you don't step in. Like, step in little by little, you know. If you're into the whole, you know, you have your altar and stuff like that, you know, definitely I feel like for me, you know, when that child does pop up, I'm definitely going to be like, you know, what do you like? What calls for you? If they say I like fairies, I'll put for the girl or the boy, doesn't matter, if they want a fairy on the altar, and it could be their little thing, then it's fine, because the children do talk in spirit. They just might not be open enough to tell you.
All right, Melissa. So I wasn't watching the feed. Brett already told me what it was, but I wasn't watching the feed. Brett said, over the moon. I'm sorry, Brett. I wasn't watching the feed. Gloria says, yes, I believe that we didn't go to the moon. It was a hoax. And she also says they were not advanced enough to go to the moon. Exactly. They were not advanced enough to go to the moon. Exactly. Beautiful Conundrum says, this is, she said, why didn't we set up a station on Mars? I said the moon, but she meant the Mars. She adds, this is definitely food for thought. Common sense based on how we move. USA, we set up shop since we were first there to claim it and begin to build on it, Right. Instead of trying to get to the moon.
Mm.
There are many mysteries that exist, says Lisa, beyond any understanding of our own. That is so true. Someone else says, Gloria says again, yes, Melissa, we have to be more spiritual in order to go to the moon or any other planet.
Wow.
Wow. So it just sounds like we have people like us that, we're just all on the same page, thank God.
You know what, too? You ever heard the term of, like, I used to hear boys talk about the moon as the Milky Way. So now that you talked about this, it made me feel like we got milk.
We got what?
People got milk to go watch the Milky Way.
Uh-huh.
I always thought as a child, a Milky Way. Because I used to see, like, they used to do, like, little cartoons where you go to the moon just to go get milk and everything. You get to go play in the water, whatever. Everything's made out of milk.
Oh.
And not realizing, oh my gosh, I gotta look that up. But it's the Milky Way. I don't know if anybody else got to watch anything like that as a cartoon and stuff as a child.
Not as a cartoon, no.
Milky Way.
Yeah, not as a cartoon. I'm not sure what that is. Just let me know when you find it.
It's supposed to be a galaxy of milk.
Uh-huh. Well, there is such a thing as a Milky Way.
When I watched it,
there is such a thing as a Milky Way, but you're saying the cartoon had something called the Milky Way where you get milk from it.
Cartoon of the Milky Way.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was a long time ago, but I think they were like little kids playing in milk, but it was on the moon.
I got
like
you.
When you go to the moon, you're gonna get to see the Milky Way.
I got you. All right. I've never seen that, but you know how cartoons are. There's no rules, so right? So Melissa, I'm gonna continue on.
Exactly.
How much time do we have left? Hold on a second, Melissa. We got a few minutes left. Hold on, Melissa. Oh, here we go. We got 12 minutes left.
I'm gonna send it to you because I found the cartoon and it's called the Milky Way.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure I send it in group.
No, yeah, send it to me. You know I believe you. I just couldn't understand.
No, it's called the Milky Way, and it was a MGM cartoon.
Got it. No, I believe you. I just didn't understand what that concept was because I've never seen the cartoon about the Milky Way where you get milk from. I was like, okay. That's a real stretch on the whole Milky Way concept.
I think like, oh my God, I'm like, what happened? Like, that's how quick, you watch stuff as a child and think that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. You know what, Melissa? I'm thinking next week there's somebody here. I don't know if they want to talk, but I do want to see if they want to say something. If not, it's no big of a deal.
Sure.
Thank you, Melissa. And next week, guys, you're listening on YouTube, but if you want to call in and talk directly with us, I'm going to put the number in next week. All right, guys? So let's make this much more interactive, much more fun. Melissa, you are amazing to communicate with. I love your spirit. Yeah, I really love your spirit. And so you've made this so much more fun. When I was doing it by myself, one, I was wondering if anybody was listening. But two, I decided to post this on YouTube. Right? And I think between this time around, posting it on YouTube and having you on board has made it easier, because I think I'm coming from this weird belief system. And look, we're finding people that believe that they could be born half alien, that don't believe that there's that they made it to the moon, and that the Milky Way is full of milk. I love all of that.
Listen, when you watch the cartoon, you're going to be like, I remember that. I was like, it's the Milky Way. I said, I really want to go. I said, oh, cool. I said, I really want to go to the Milky Way.
I believe you. It was just new for me. So I totally believe you. Let me see if 708 wants to talk. Okay, so give me a second, okay?
Okay.
Hi, 708. You're on the air. 708, you're welcome to talk.
Right with you.
Hi. Who am I speaking with? Uh-oh. You sound... Hello? Okay, so this person might be listening more, Melissa, so I'm just going to put him back in the feed so he doesn't have to lose anything. Now it won't go. Okay, let me see.
I think he was surprised, but it's, when they definitely call in next week, they got to make sure they put in, make sure that you press number 1 on your phone so you can be in the queue.
Thank you for saying that, Melissa. I forgot. Make sure you press number 1 on the phone.
Yeah.
All right. So let's, I was going to go on to Revelations chapter 9, number 13, but I'm not, because that gives us a lot to talk about. And so we'll just wait till next week, Melissa. How's that?
Oh, sure.
So, Melissa.
It's like you just never know what you read in the Bible. It's real, like it coexists with your existence.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, beautiful conundrum. So, Melissa, how can people find you? Because you're coming on in a couple of hours on Block Talk Radio. Tell them about your show.
Yeah, I'll be on at 12:30
Eastern time.
I'm gonna set up. Yeah, Eastern time, and I'm going to set up the show in a little while. But it's going to be on at 12:30, and you can call in to get a free reading from me, and also you get to know like how my week went and stuff, or whatever craziness I got to see,
Yes, Melissa.
Because sometimes it validates to people on like what you've seen during the week, and be like, someone said that happened to me too.
Yes.
And it's about the crystals and the stones, so definitely make sure that you can go on. If you want, you can have the phone number right now, and you can tune in at 12:30, and the number is 914-205-5699, and you can call it and press 1 in the queue. And even when Tracey has a show next week at 9:00, make sure you just call in. So that way you could be in the queue early. So that way, she knows, hey, I want to have something to say or just to listen. And I love that Tracey's doing the Blog Talk Radio and the YouTube together. So y'all get to have that experience of what, everybody in Blog Talk Radio gets to have, which is, good conversation and good laugh and aha moment.
What's that number again, Melissa? 914.
914-205-5699.
Okay, so I just posted it. And just so you guys know, the Melissa Burton show is coming on at 12:30 Eastern. And you could dial in 914-205-5699 to listen to the show. And if you press 1, then you'll be in the queue if you want to get a free reading. All right?
Definitely. And yeah. And Tracy, thank you again. This is so cool on Saturday. Like, I'd rather be inside anyway.
Let's give everyone a reason to stay inside. Let's self-isolate. Let's call it our COVID talk show, right? And it is fun because then we get to talk about aliens and monsters and goblins and the moon and the Milky Way and children and Galactic and Starseed and Indigo. Like, it all just kind of just keeps coming up. But I like the flow of it. Like, nothing's awkward. It's just like, oh, next time, like, it just blends all the conversations. So I love it.
And thank you so much again. And thank you, everybody. Oh, Tracy, your chat has said 44 people.
44
so
people.
I'm taking that as the angel number.
Yes, give a like to the video. It does make a difference somehow with YouTube. So go ahead and like the video. Share the video with your own peeps. Keep coming back. Keep coming back. Like, there's nothing better than a spiritual blogging channel, right? I'm not just like gossip or whatever, this, that, and the third, right? It's spiritual. Oh, and somebody asked about making an altar. Like, what is that? And I'm going to see, although I don't want to pressure anyone, but I'm going to see if maybe Ifashe wants to, if she wants to explain what an altar is for the public.
That would be fun.
Right?
I love when Ifashe shows a lot of different things. It's like a aha moment.
Yes.
So
yes.
Definitely.
Because there's so much in the spiritual world that people are like, an altar, what is that? And sometimes I forget that people don't know. Like, I keep forgetting. Like, I'm around so many of like-minded people that I forget somebody new might come along and be like, I'm spiritual. Tell me about an altar. So we'll talk about that. Okay, guys? We'll figure out a way to showcase, that information for anyone that needs to know. You're welcome.
You know what, too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
90 seconds.
Go ahead,
like,
Melissa.
Altar is like also like, altar is like almost like you're just showing gratitude to your ancestors.
Yes. And it's a different experience.
Even like the pictures on your wall, some people be like, even people that pass, and they're on your
60
wall,
seconds.
Yes.
People be like, oh, when people see, like, either some people call their ancestor altar or a shrine, right?
Yes.
But what people don't realize is that you can't judge, because when I look at people's house and I see like the pictures on the wall, I can already tell you right now, you already got a shrine on your wall, because everybody's in your room.
Yes.
On your walls,
Yes. Why do I think this is beautiful conundrum? But we got 25 seconds left. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hi, this is Tracy.
10 seconds.
All right.
It is me.
It is
me.
beautiful conundrum. We're hold on a second.
I can hear you guys.
Okay. Well, you're still on YouTube. You're still on YouTube. Beautiful conundrum. The show ended on the radio,
Okay.
but you're still on YouTube. How are
I
you?
was listening.
How are you? Oh, you were listening.
Yes, I was like, I put the number, you know what it is? I put in the number. I was like, oh, let me be able to listen to the Melissa show later.
Got it. That is so funny. I love it.
So I was like, oh, I'm on the radio. I couldn't hear them. I was like, oh, this is really cool.
It is really cool, isn't it?
Oh, like they are so good.
Thank you.
It was really enlightening too.
Was
It
it?
made me think. You know, I've always had questions
Yeah.
about the moon because I was wondering, well, why do you have a space station where you can put as many antennas on the moon and be really strong?
Interesting.
I always thought that. I was like, well, why do you have all this junk in the air when we've already been to the moon? Wouldn't we be testing like what metals work there and you know, because they go to Antarctica. You know, Antarctica is horrible. There's stuff underground and stuff inside the mountains.
Right.
So, you know, when you said that, I was like, I don't feel so crazy no more. I was like,
yes.
I always thought like, okay, we made it to the moon. So if everywhere we go, we kind of take over. Since they say we were the first there to actually land,
right?
That means that, and they put the United States flag on the moon. That means you say, okay, well, we're claiming this section or whatever.
Right.
You would think instead of having a international station, that you'd be able to fly to the moon, drop off your people, and then get back on. And since that's what they were able to, since that's what they say they did.
You're right.
I always thought that was really odd. Like, why do we keep going to the waste station? Why don't they just build something on the moon and you have a job there on the moon? You're there for 6 months and you come back. So, you guys have opened up a can of worms. So I'm going, that makes sense to me now.
That's right.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
Let it stray.
That's right.
Because when you said it, I was like, oh. And I would never say it around people because I thought, people think I'm crazy. But to me, if everything we touch, if everything in the United States goes to and they touch and they land there first, they claim it.
Yes.
So it's just really odd that, you know, why aren't we, you know, doing anything else?
Because we never landed there.
Right.
We didn't land there, and neither did Russia. Let me tell you something. You know how I know Russia never landed there? Because Russia would try to be better than us. They would have built on the moon.
Right.
We never went there.
Correct. And you know who's never gone? Who's a superpower who always like they want to be better than everybody? China.
Yeah. But if I remember correctly,
they never built a rocket to go to.
Well, let me do some research on that because I thought there was something that they were competing against us with. Let me do some research in that, but I can't, like you, I can't remember them having the rocket put up there. Yeah.
So.
But I'm going to do some research now that you're making me question China's ability, because those are the superpowers, right? China, Russia, America. Those are the superpowers.
Correct. Those are the superpowers.
The technology superpowers.
Which they're all influxing right now.
But basically, what you say, Melissa?
I'm telling you, it's a shield. I'm telling y'all, it got to be a shield that says we are not authorized to go to the moon because, you know, everybody is want to be like, it's like wanting to be the king of the land, right? You feel what is chaos.
Oh, who left us? Oh, I think beautiful conundrum. I think at some point, Are you there, Melissa? Your episode has ended. Okay. All right. Everybody left. All right. I think everybody's gone. All right. They let you continue on a little bit, Blog Talk Radio, and then at some point they just cut the damn show. So I believe that's what happened to both Melissa and Beautiful Conundrum. I love you all. Thank you for speaking up, speaking out. Thank you for reminding me of the different type of movies I could never remember. Thank you. Yeah, Blog Talk Radio kicked you out. Yeah, I figured that out. Beautiful Conundrum. Thank you for asking about things that you didn't know, like how do you build an altar? Thank you for telling me the movie was Over the Moon. Thank you for investing in Transformers. One little topic, one little thing that Melissa said about the locusts that we read in Revelations chapter 9, that she saw them as aliens, and one little thing like that, whoo, child, brought a whole host of conversations between us. And I think that's a beautiful thing. We are reading Revelations, but we're not going to rush, okay, guys? Because there's so much. There's so much. So let's enjoy. Let's have our own COVID lockdown, and let's enjoy each other. Go head over to Melissa's show, the Melissa Burton Show at 12:30 Eastern on Blog Talk Radio. And again, to reach her is the Melissa Burton Show. To listen in is 914-205-5699. And press 1 if you want to be in the queue. Thank you, everyone. This was beautiful. Thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye.